Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Iyabo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a business and lifestyle coach. I'm your money to honey coach. Today we're just going to dive in immediately. Why has dating become so frustrating for women? Why is dating so difficult? Why are there so many single women who are so frustrated and overwhelmed and discouraged from dating? I know because I get a lot of your messages, guys. I get your messages in my DM. I get the comments here on YouTube. I just hear from you. That's why I know. And I was divorced for 10 years and I know that the dating field wasn't that easy. So why has dating become so frustrating? That's what we're discussing today. Let's dive right in. Okay, ladies, welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Now we're just going to dive in. But before we start, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this video, okay, and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you are going to be missing out on some really fantastic videos that I'm about to release in the next few weeks, all on dating and relationship and on making your own money. So if you're not yet subscribed, if you just watch my videos back and forth and you're not subscribed, today is the day you should subscribe. So hit that subscribe button now. And when you're done with this video, don't forget to like and to comment below. So let's dive in. Again, if you're a very sensitive person, you probably should stop watching this video, okay? If you don't have a growth mindset and you don't want to learn from other people, just stop watching this video now, because I may say some things that may hit you uncomfortably in some situations. And if it's uncomfortable for you, that means you do need to check that part of your life out. Again, for me, I'm a self-empowerment person. I look for solutions and I want to encourage people and to empower people to look within, right? To look within rather than blaming everybody else for your problems. Because the minute you will find freedom and peace in life is when you start looking to yourself to solve your own problems and your issues. If you're always blaming your husband or your boyfriend or the government or the environment or whatever for your issues, you are not going to get out of your predicament. So for me, I'm a solutions person. I look within and I challenge myself to find solutions to my problems. So here we go. The first thing that I want to discuss today, okay, the reason why there's so many women who are discouraged from the dating field, who are frustrated and just don't know if they'll ever find somebody, is because we still don't know how to perfectly or strategically balance our masculine and feminine traits. This is very, very important. And what I'm saying here, I got it from attractionlab.com. I'm already aware of masculine and feminine traits because you know what? I'm somebody that has had to juggle that from time to time in my life. And I'm going to explain. Because every man has masculine and feminine traits, and every woman has masculine and feminine traits. But the way to have success and peace and fulfillment and to be able to get what we want in life is to be able to balance those traits properly. Now, a lot of women, and because I'm a Black woman, I think I am able to address Black women. So my Black sisters who are watching this video, which is most of you who watch this video, whether you're African American or you're African descent like me, whether you were born here or not, just calm down a bit, leave your sensitivities away and let us discuss this, because I have been there. I have made this mistake and I really had to rebalance my life and really figure out what the difference was so that I could, you know, find peace and happiness and find a good man. So sometimes a lot of us women, and I'm saying this to Black women, and some white women have it, and it's more so in white women, it's more so when they're people of authority or they have a high placed job like CEO or CFO, or they have, you know, they're in high ranks in their business or in their office or whatnot. So successful white women also may display these traits. But I see, because I'm a Black woman, I see that it is much more common in Black women. Again, you can message me and challenge me, that's fine, as long as we can have a dialogue respectfully I will dialogue with you, but I'm not going to take disrespect from this, because many women or many Black women don't want to hear this and they get very defensive. So I'm happy for you to DM me, but please DM me respectfully, because if you don't, I will not reply you and I probably will block you on social media. So I'm doing this video to help you, and it's up to you to listen and put it into practice or not, right? So if you're not able to balance your masculine and feminine, you're not ready to be with a man, with a high quality man. If you're mostly in your masculine, it's going to be hard for you to be able to find or attract. I don't want to say find, because we don't find men, we attract them. It's going to be hard for you to attract a high quality, high value man who's going to adore you. Again, high quality and high value does not mean wealthy. I have said that in many of my videos, because some women, once they hear high quality, they're thinking the dollar sign. No, high quality, high value man means a man who will respect you, who will adore you, who will make you a priority in his life, who will just be there for you, date you, progress the relationship, and you'll end up getting married to him, and he'll respect and adore you through the marriage, make you a priority, and you'll have a loving, happy partnership together. Okay, that is a high quality man. A man who is not going to start cheating on you with everybody who wears a skirt and blouse. You know, just a man, the man that we all pray for and dream of. So if you're looking for that high quality man, my dear Black sisters, you're going to have to rethink how you balance your masculine and your feminine. And because, again, I've been a single mom, and this is why I just felt today I'm going to do this video. It may hit some people badly, but I've been in that situation, so you can't say that I'm talking you down. So, and because there are many, statistically, there are many single Black women who raise their kids on their own. Unfortunately, I don't know where all the fathers are, but that's another YouTube video for another day. But because there's so many single Black women who have had to fend for themselves, fend for their kids, and that is a very masculine thing to do, right? If you're the one working 2 or 3 jobs, having to provide for, or even one job, and you're working a lot and you're having to provide for yourself and your kids, and you hardly have time for anything, it puts you in that authoritative, go, action-oriented pattern, and that is a very masculine pattern. I have the masculine and feminine traits here. Again, you can go to attractionlab.com and just search for masculine and feminine traits. I love the way they put these masculine and feminine traits in a table. It's very, very good. So again, attractionlab.com. But honestly, if you're not able to balance your masculine and feminine, if you've always been in that role of being the mom and the dad, you've been working hard to take care of yourself, take care of your home, doing all those things, it puts you in the masculine. And yes, that works for when you're single and you're having to go, and you're action oriented and you're authoritative, you're, aggressive with what you need to do so that you can fend for yourself and for your family. That works when you're single. But if you've decided in your mind that you do want to attract a high quality man and you want to get engaged, get married, and live a peaceful, happy life forever, you're going to have to tame down some of those masculine traits, because some of those masculine traits could be very negative. Okay, and this is why I love the way the article in attractionlab.com puts it, because it puts it in 4 columns and it shows you how masculine traits can be positive traits, how they can be negative traits, and how feminine traits could be positive and how they could be negative. So this for me is a major reason, and this is why I'm saying it first. This is a major reason why there's still many single women, especially single Black women. And there's, in fact, the rate of singleness or singlehood is increasing every year. So you have to be careful. Masculine traits work in the business world. And for me personally, I realized that over the years. I realized that because I'm very goal-oriented and very action-oriented, I could be authoritative and I have a lot of leadership skills. I knew that that worked in my business and in my work life, but it's not going to work in my relationship life. So I did a lot of researching about masculine and feminine traits, and I realized, okay, Iyabo, you're going to have to know how to balance them, because you can't take this whole masculinity trait in your go, goal-oriented, do in your work and in your career and in all your writing and blogging and all of that, and take it into your relationship. It's not going to work, especially if you are also looking for a masculine man. Okay, so that is the key here. So if a lot of women do like masculine men, obviously, right? We like them tall and masculine and all of that. If you're also looking for a masculine man and then you also bring in your masculine, you can imagine, right? You're going to be bumping heads. It's not going to be good. So I do want to say this to Black women, African American women, as well as my African sisters. Well, you're all my sisters, but you guys get what I'm saying. If you are in that goal-oriented, go kind of headspace and you bring it into a relationship, you're going to stay single for the rest of your life. Okay, and this is why yesterday, actually, I watched a friend of mine sent me a video on it. Actually, it was what inspired me to do this video. She sent me a video of a guy, I don't want to say his name, who did a YouTube video with some women, and he was just talking about the problem with Black women and why Black women aren't submissive. I don't like that word submissive. I don't, because I think that it brings the wrong message. I know it's in the Bible, so I kind of get what both sides were saying. If you watch this video, you can message me and I can send you the video if you want to watch it. But it was interesting that he was saying that a lot of Black women are not submissive, and that's why there's so many single Black women, all of that. It's in the Bible, I know. I get what he's saying. I also got what the women were saying. So it's like you can look at it from different points of view. But yes, even let's just leave the word submissive out. For me, a relationship and a partnership has to be give and take, right? So, you know, if women start saying, I'm never going to cook for you, I'm not going to cook for you, why should I cook for you, why should I clean for you, why should I do this, you do it yourself, that is getting into the masculine, right? The feminine is, we can help each other, it's a partnership, right? If I love cooking, what are you going to do? You know, are you going to do the cleaning? Are you going to do the grocery shopping? Are you going to make sure the house is, you know, well repaired? You can, you know, organize yourselves in your home lovingly where everybody is contributing to something. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, there are many stay-at-home moms, right? If you're a stay-at-home mom who doesn't have a job and you've decided between you and your husband that you're going to be home taking care of the kids, then there's really nothing wrong, right, with you cooking for your husband and your kids, because he's the one who's going to go out to work. So as long as, for me, respect, okay, respect is key. As long as it's not, the role isn't given to you as if you're being ordered to do it, okay? This was a problem I had in my previous married life, where I just felt like I was doing everything, the cooking, the cleaning, going to work, managing a business, everything. And I got tired of doing that. But if you're in a true partnership where you're going to help each other, there's nothing wrong with cooking. But on this video that I'm talking about, the women, yes, we're saying, you know, why should I cook for my husband? I'm not going to cook for my husband. Why can't he do it? Why can't he, you know? That's getting into your masculine, because if you're going to bring your masculine traits from being that single mom who's been taking care of herself for decades, taking care of her kids, and you see so many other single moms doing it, if you're going to take that into the relationship world, it's not going to work. You're going to stay single forever. So this is when I hope you guys understand this. I want all of you, I want to challenge all of you to look for as many studies as you can find on balancing masculine and feminine traits, because this is a very important one. A lot of people don't understand that they're single because they're taking those masculine traits into dating, and it's not going to work for you. Again, I'm not saying that you should then go to, there's also the other extreme of femininity. I'm not saying you should then go to the extreme of femininity and be somebody who doesn't have a voice, who is acting timid, who is just like, oh yeah, anything goes, everything is fine, whatever you say. No, that's why I'm saying it's an art. You have to balance it well. But if you want a high quality guy, women, if you want a high value man, you're going to stop all this thing of being too action oriented and too authoritative, saying why should I do it? He should do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Well, if you want a happy, peaceful home, right, somebody has to do something. If you both enjoy cooking, you can take it in turns. We take it in turns here. Sometimes I cook, sometimes my husband cooks, sometimes my daughters cook. So it doesn't have to be, I'm never going to do it, it has to be a partnership. So you're going to have to really journal and introspect about how your masculinity is preventing you from getting a good man, women. And again, I really wanted to say this to my Black women, because again, it's a psychological thing. It's because there's so many single Black women who have had to toil and toil and toil, and they've gotten used to being in their full masculinity as a means of survival. So they then take that into a relationship and they start acting like that. They just want to do, or they just, or how would I, yeah, they take that authoritative nature into the relationship. But you know what? They could also take that action-oriented, I'm doing all the time, into the relationship, and that's also bad. Meaning, aside from their personality, being authoritative, just being too aggressive with the way they come across, they also become action and goal oriented in the relationship. So they're the ones who want to initiate the dates, who want to, plan the dates, who want to initiate the calling and texting. If the guy hasn't called, they're looking for him. So you have to make sure that you can balance your masculine with your femininity. You don't want to be overly feminine where you become irritating and you become like, you're just there, you don't have any voice, you don't have anything to say, and you just want to just submit everything to your husband and not know. So I hope you got this first one. I'm spending a lot of time on this because I see it as a problem, and I know that I went through that, and I really had to journal. The 2 years that I took off dating really, really helped me do a lot of reading, do a lot of introspection, and realize that my overly masculine traits were working for me in my business world and with money making and all of that, but I could not take that into a relationship because it wouldn't work for me. Not that I was going to lose my sense of self. I'm a very self-aware person, but you can balance your masculine and feminine and still preserve your self-awareness, okay? So women, I can't talk about this enough on this video, but I want you to go to attractionlab.com, read masculine and feminine traits, and understand how if you have too much of masculine, it can count against you. So something like, did write something down, like being sensitive is a trait that women have and men love, but some women will use that feminine trait and they become drama queens, right? Which is bad. Women should have a humble nature. Well, everybody, really, my dad was a very humble person. Everybody should have a humble person, but some women can use their humility to become insecure, right? That's what I'm saying, that your feminine could also count against you. Most women are nice and graceful and gracious, but some women will emphasize and exaggerate that, and it makes them start feeling like they're fragile, right? They don't have the confidence, they're not graceful. Most women are caring, we want to care for everybody, but that also could turn into being obsessive. Like I just said, right? You care for this man, so then you become obsessive, you're chasing him around with calls and texts. What are you doing? Where are you? That becomes obsessive. We're also skilled in communication. Actually, studies have shown that women are more skilled in communication, but sometimes we overdo it, and guess what that comes out as? Complaining and nagging. So these are the things that we really need to be careful of. And the masculine traits like authoritative and courageous and action-oriented, self-assured and protective, those are all very masculine traits, and they can be used in negative or positive for either sex. But as women, we like the masculine traits in a man. So if you come in with your overly masculinity and you meet up with a highly masculine guy, you can see what's going to happen. It's not going to work. You're going to stay single. So that's the first one. Women are frustrated because they don't know how to balance their masculine and feminine traits. The second one is being unrealistic. You can't have what you don't have. So let me explain. Women want rich men. Okay, I'm not going to spend time on this one because it's quite straightforward. You want a rich man, but you are lazy. You are not working for your money. You just want a man because he's rich and wealthy, because you know he can provide for you. That is very unrealistic to me. And I know this is something that has existed for years and years, but that is a reason why a lot of women are still single, because they don't realize that something has to give. If you want a wealthy man, he's probably going to have to work a lot and not be around you much. It's not, you don't get wealthy unless you win the lottery or you inherit it from your family. You don't get wealthy by just sitting at home every day and not doing anything. You get wealthy by working hard, which most people work outside the home. So if this man has to travel and to make money, and he has to go for meetings and deals and this and that, you may end up not seeing him at home. You may end up being alone at home, being married, but really being physically single. So you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't have what you don't want. You can't have what you don't possess. Wouldn't it be better if you also get up from your BUTT, get a job, and earn some money, so that you can both have jobs and you can both be working, have common things you're doing, and have things you're doing separately. You go out and work, you come back, and you can join your finances together, and you can have a happy life where you can both see each other. Doesn't that make sense? Than wanting to marry a man who's wealthy, who has to keep on working and sweating for that money, and he's not going to be home. Or you're not taking care of yourself, but you want a man who's in good shape. Okay, this one, the money one, I think you guys get it because I've said it many times. Stop looking for banks and wealthy men. Make your own money, then look for a man who also makes his own money, so that you can both make money and you can both have a good life together and both be present at home or go to work, you know, out and come back home for dinner. Not somebody who's going to have to fend for you. You are home and then he's gone till 10 p.m. every night because from work he has to go to meetings and do this and travel. Doesn't make sense. The second thing is, women, and I know this is going to hit some people badly, but we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves, especially women who are in their 30s and up. Again, I want to address this to Black women in general, okay? I don't know, again, you may know, I don't know in either gender, whichever gender, whether you're male or you're female, I'm not sure of anybody who will say for sure they're attracted to somebody who's obese. Again, this is not a fat shaming video. I'm somebody who empowers people, but I also like to speak the truth. Aside from it being unhealthy and leading to chronic problems, you have to take care of yourself. Women, I'm sure if I interviewed all of you who are watching this video, if I was to ask you what you wanted in a man, you probably say, you know, all women like tall, dark, and handsome men, or tall men, or whatever, who's in shape, who's not obese, who's at least in regular shape, who takes care of himself. Because guess what? If you don't take care of yourselves, you're going to die in your 40s and you won't have a long life. So, or even the people who even drop dead in their 30s because they're not taking care of themselves. So women, take care of yourselves. You cannot have what you don't possess, okay? Take care of yourselves. Eat the right food. Meditate. Take care of your spiritual health. If you need to get a therapist to help you, get a therapist to help you deal with your past hurts and whatever you're dealing with. Eat healthy meals. Drink water, exercise, and just be active and take care of your mental, spiritual, and physical health. It's very, very important. If you want to find a good man, you have to do that. I'm not saying that you have to be vain or whatever. I am not, I'm not thin or skinny. I am slim, but it's not by chance. I watch what am I drinking now? It's green tea. I watch what I eat and I watch what I drink. Not that I never ever have treats. I have a sweet tooth, believe it or not, but I do it in moderation and I exercise every day. So women, if you don't want to stay single, you have to take care of yourselves. You have to, otherwise you're going to walk because let's say you're 30 years old and you're 280 pounds, right? Or you're 300 pounds. Think about it. Think about the kind of man who would be attracted to you. It probably would be somebody who's also about that size. And that's not healthy. It's not going to be healthy for you. It's not. Men in every gender, whether they're black, white, green, or yellow, nobody wants to date an obese person unless they are obese too, right? Again, this video is not fat shaming, and if you don't want to take it as a video that is meant to help you and you take offense to it, there's nothing I can say. I'm talking about obesity. I'm not talking about overweight. Obesity is different from overweight. But the thing is, if you grouped 10 women or 100 women and you ask them what they're looking for in a man, everybody wants a man who takes care of himself, who's tall and who looks good and all of that. But if you want a man who looks good, are you looking good? Are you taking care of yourself? You cannot, relationship is very physical. I know that, yes, you do have to make sure the person is nice and kind and they adore you, they respect you. But if you're not physically attracted to someone, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you have to take care of yourselves, ladies. You have to eat right, drink water, take care of yourself so that you can be attractive to somebody of the opposite sex. I'm not saying go and start doing surgery. I have not had any plastic surgery. I'm going to be 51 in a few days from the day I'm doing this video. But I haven't had any plastic surgery. I take care of myself the natural way. I exercise, I sleep well, I drink right, and I try to eat right 80% of the time. So women, if you don't take care of yourselves, you're going to stay single because you're not going to be attractive to the opposite sex. That's all I can say. If you want to take offense to this video, I can't help you, but that is the truth, because you can't have what you don't have. If you don't take care of yourself and you're looking for a good man who's in good shape, how is that going to happen? So enough said with that. The second thing is take care of your hygiene. Okay, I've said this on another video. Take care of your hygiene. You guys see how often I change my hair. Some people will carry the same weave for like 6 months or even 9 months or 1 whole year, and they may not wash it, or they carry the same braids for 6 months. It gets matted. They don't wash it. It has a stale smell, and they're going on dates like that. And then you wonder why you don't get second dates or you don't get third dates or he's ghosting you or whatever. Well, if you don't smell well, if you don't smell fresh, you're not going to get second dates. Men are going to ghost you. He may even say, oh, maybe it was just this first time. Let me give her a second chance. Then the second time you come, you're talking and your hair is flying around, or he tries to hug you and he's like, he holds his breath. We have to take care of our hygiene. We have to, some women have BO, they have body odor, and they don't know, but everybody around them knows. Okay, so if you're watching this video today, text your best friend or your close friends and ask them and say, please, this is funny, but I just want to ask you. I just watched Dr. Iyabo's video and she said I should call or text my good friends. Please, can you tell me, do I have BO? Does my hair smell, or do I have bad breath? Let them tell you the truth, because I'm telling you, most people who have BO do not know they have BO, but everybody around them is talking, or they have bad breath. Everybody around them is talking. So call your best friends who you know that it doesn't matter if you ask them those questions, and ask. And if they tell you, take care of yourselves. Women, I know we black women, we wear a lot of weaves and braids and all that. And sometimes those braids do stink and those weaves stay in too long. So be very, very attentive to your personal health. So the first reason was masculine and feminine traits. The second one was you can't have what you don't have. So you have to take care of yourself physically, because you're just not going to get somebody who looks physically who looks good physically if you don't take care of yourself physically. And stop looking for money. You make your own money, and then you find a man who also has a good job, and you can make money together and live a good life together. And then the third reason is desperation. Okay, the more desperate you are to get out of your single life, the more you will stay in your single life. Okay, this one is so key, women. If you are desperate and if you're impatient of being, with a good guy, you're going to stay single for a long time, because desperation is not going to get you a good guy. Desperation is just going to make you keep failing and failing and failing at relationships. Okay, because if you're desperate, again, your masculine is going to come out from the first thing we discussed. If you're desperate, you're not going to date wisely and date sensibly. You're going to come across as you're just settling, or you're going to come across as chasing the guy. And if you chase a guy, I've told you, the more you chase a guy, the more he's going to withdraw from you. So you need to drop your desperation. This one, you need to journal about it. And this is another reason why, if you've been dating for a long time, you need to take time off like I did for 2 years to like just settle your mind and know that, assure yourself that you'll be fine if you're single. You're not going to die if you're single. But these things require a lot of mindset changes. A lot of you are so desperate to get out of the single life and get married that it just spoils your chances. If you're desperate for something, it's not going to happen. It's like being desperate to make money. If you're desperate to make money, it's not going to happen. You have to be patient. You have to do your part. All these things I'm doing, you have to work on the balance of your masculinity and femininity. You have to make your own money. You have to take care of yourself. You have to start to lose some of those excess pounds that you're carrying around that are not healthy for you, that are going to lead to chronic problems, but that are making it hard for you to have physical attraction from someone of the opposite sex, or take care of your hygiene. So if you are desperate, you're going to stay single for a long time. This is why a lot of women are single still, because they are so desperate. And when you're desperate for something, it's not going to happen. It's going to make you lose all your self-confidence, lose your self-esteem. It's going to make you settle for jerks that are going to mistreat you and dump you. It's just not a good thing. If you're desperate, it's because you're not giving yourself time. You're not giving yourself the space and the patience to be able to know what it is you want in a guy and not settle till you get it. If you're patient, you will get him faster. I know, right? It's like the opposite. If you're not desperate, you will get a good guy faster. But if you're desperate, it's not going to work for you. So the reason why you're still single is because you're too desperate for a guy. And this is why even when a guy is mistreating you, you don't know. Or this is also why a lot of you have all these fake and fantasy relationships with guys on the internet, on WhatsApp. I don't know how many relationships problems I've read from you guys, with those of you who are communicating with some guy on some dating app on WhatsApp and you've never seen him, but you think you have a relationship. You know, so many of you who are in Africa who are saying you're dating some guys in the US or in England, you've been dating them for months, but you've never seen them, but they're promising they're going to marry you. I got one recently from a woman who's somewhere in Africa, I'm not going to say where, and she says she's dating this Caucasian guy in the States and he keeps promising her that he's going to marry her, but she's never seen him in person and she's in another continent. You know, it's like, guys, that's desperation. That is desperation. Desperation is what's going to make you lose all your senses and lose your inhibitions. I mean, that is obviously a fantasy relationship. This guy is not going to marry you. He's just pulling your legs. The next thing now, he'll tell you to transfer $10,000 to him or to transfer money for him. His mom just died or something. It's like, you guys need to wake up. You are not a guy you've never seen before. You are not in a relationship with him. Okay, please. You guys that meet guys on, you women that meet guys on social media or dating app or WhatsApp, and you're chatting with them for months and months and months, and you think you're in a relationship, that is not a relationship. That is a fantasy. A lot of you need dating coaches. A lot of you. And this is why I keep telling you guys that I offer dating coaching. You'd better go ahead and pay for this dating coaching so that I can give you the right tools to be able to date wisely and get out of your singleness. Because the more you say you don't have money for dating coaching, the more you're going to stay single, because you guys are just dating wrong. So desperation is not going to get you a man. Impatience is not going to get you a man. It's just going to make you, if you're desperate, you're going to date wrongly. You're going to date, have fantasy relationships, and you're just going to waste away your years. So a lot of you single women need dating coaching. You absolutely do. So if you do need me as your dating coach, go to my website or just send me an email, or go to my website first and look at the prices, because my prices, all I do is high ticket coaching. My coaching is in the thousands, but it's worth every penny to you. So go to my website and sign up for one of my dating offers, or comment here that you'd like me to be your dating coach, and we can DM and talk about how much it will cost you. And then the last one, which I've said in many, many videos before, the last reason that I know that many women are still single is because many women lack purpose, okay? Many women lack purpose in life. They lack a direction in life. Let me explain. If you don't have purpose, okay, if your life is not living in purpose, you're going to attract the wrong men. You're going to attract the wrong men. You're going to have low self-confidence, low self-esteem. A lot of you women don't even know why you're on this earth. You've gotten yourselves into a routine that you're not happy. There's many unhappy women, single and married, actually. Many unhappy women who they've gotten into themselves into a routine of work that they hate, things they do that they hate. They just don't like their lives. If you're not enjoying your lives and you just don't like your life and you don't have a purpose for being here, you're going to stay single for a long time, because purpose comes first before you can attract a high quality guy. I'm just telling you the truth, honestly. If you don't have purpose, and what is purpose? Purpose is doing exactly what God asked you to come and do on this earth, which is what? To live a meaningful life. And what does that mean? It means that you use the gifts that God has given you to be able to help other people, okay? Monetize it, and to help yourself, and just keep helping and serving people and monetizing it. A lot of you are not living in your purpose, no matter what you tell me. A lot of you hate your jobs, you hate your lives, you hate what you're doing, and that's because you're not living in your purpose. You're doing non-purpose work, and that is why you're not happy. And if you're not doing purpose work and you're not feeling happy and fulfilled, and you don't feel like your life has meaning, you're going to keep attracting the wrong guy, okay? The most important two are the first and the last. They're all really important, but the imbalance of masculine and feminine traits, and then the lack of purpose, that is what I see as the most important reasons why women are still single. If you don't have a purpose, you're going to settle for anything, right? If you don't know where you're going, if you're meant to be walking from California to Nevada, right, and you don't have a map, you don't know where you're going, you're just trying to figure it out as you go, you're never going to get there. It's going to take you forever or never. And you may, I don't want to say something bad, you may not ever make it to Nevada. So, but if you have a map, and you know where you're going, and you know why you're going there, you will get there. That is key. So if you don't have purpose in life, you're going to attract a wrong man. You have to figure out your purpose. I'm not sure why you guys stay in dead-end jobs that you hate. I'm not sure why you smile with people and you're still friends with people that you don't. It's just, if you're not living a happy, fulfilled, and peaceful life, you're going to attract the wrong guy. Why? Because you're going to be relying on him to save you from all your misery. And one person cannot do that. He cannot save you from. So you're going to go into that relationship with what's it called? Expectations that are not unrealistic expectations. So lack of purpose is one of the reasons why you're still single, because you're working in a job you hate, you're not a happy person, so you're going to go into that relationship with all sorts of baggage, all sorts of pain. You're going to go into it with masculine traits. You're just not going to be very pleasant to be around. But if you're living in your purpose, you're going to have a peaceful, happy, fulfilled life. So this is why a lot of you women who are listening to this, it's one of two things you need to do. Either you get a dating coach like myself to help you figure out this mess, because I know many of you are desperate to get a guy. Many of you are in relationships that I know are not going to work. Why? Because you all message me every day, and I shake my head when I read the messages, and I'm like, these women are wasting their time. They're wasting their time. So a lot of you single women, you have to do two things is the solution. You either decide today, like I did, to take 2 years off and not date again and figure out your life. Okay, get into your purpose, start that business, start that blog, start that podcast, start that YouTube, develop a powerful brand on social media, start a purposeful life. Figure out your masculine and feminine, get to know yourself, get your self-confidence and self-awareness up, then go back to dating. You need to take at least 2 years off. Either that, or you hire a dating coach to help you figure it out. Otherwise, you're going to continue to be frustrated with the dating field. I'm telling you, you're going to continue to be frustrated. So it is not the men's fault. It's not because all men are jerks. No, no, no. All men are not jerks. You are the one who has issues that you have to address. Yes, there are many men that are jerks, but there are also many good men. So rather than pointing out that other people and other circumstances are the problem why you're single, the minute you finish watching this video and you can now realize the fact that you are the one who is the problem, that is when you will be able to find a guy. So if you're watching this and you're single and you've been waiting for this guy and you now realize that you have one of these 4 problems, your masculine and your feminine are out of balance, you are looking for what you don't have, right? You're not, which is part of you're not taking care of yourself, but you want a man who's taking care of himself. You're not rich, but you're looking for a rich man. You smell badly, but you're looking for a man who smells good. Number 3, you're too desperate, and the more desperate you, and the longer you stay single, the more desperate you become. So it's like a vicious circle, right? If you're desperate, you're not going to find a high quality guy. And then number 4, a lot of women are still single because they haven't found their purpose and they're not living a purpose-driven life. So I know this was a long video, but I really had to do it because I know there's many single women who are frustrated with the dating scene. And instead of them looking within and looking at what they can do, they keep saying it's because all men cheat, because all men are jerks, because all men are terrible, because all men. But that is true, but it's not accurate. You can't say all men are jerks, because there are many jerks, but not all of them are jerks. Not all of them are. You are the issue that you have to address. You have to wonder to yourself that why do you keep attracting jerks? You are the issue. So enough said. This is already a long video. If you've watched it once, you better watch it a second time, okay? And keep your sensitivities at home, because if you listen to this video with humility, it will change your life. And I've told you that you're single because of one of those 4 things that are in there. I realized that one of these things was the reason I was still single. My masculine, I was getting too much into my masculine with the dating, and that was why I realized, okay, I need to take a break and just figure all of this out. Yes, I was actually numbers 1 and 3 were my issue. Because I had been single for a while, my masculine was starting to overtake my feminine. And because, I'm a business owner, I'm successful financially and all of that. Then number 3, I was starting to get desperate. I was dating. Every date I thought would be the one. And then I went to church one day, and it was like the pastor in my church was talking to me. He was like, women, if you're getting frustrated, and men, if you're getting frustrated, you've been dating, and you can't find the one, take at least 2 years off. Some of you may even have to take more years off. And I decided that day that I was going to stop dating. I closed all the dating apps I was on, and I took exactly 2 years off. And I came off 2 years after, in November of 2017, went back on March right after Thanksgiving at the end of November, and I met my husband on March, early January. You see how God works? So that's why I've told you guys that this video, I've been through it, and this is why I know. I didn't research anything. I just thought about this myself, because I know that this is why women are single, and this is why I stayed single for as long as I did. But I cured it by taking 2 years off to reconnect with myself, to find the power within myself, to get myself back on track, and it worked for me. So if you don't want to take those 2 years off, the other thing you can do is to hire a dating coach to help you date wisely. So women, I'm a solutions person. I created this YouTube video to be able to help women with the 2 things that nag them the most in life: making money and attracting their honey. And I hope my platform is helping you so far. If it is, make sure you subscribe today, and please make sure you share this video and my platform with other women you know, even married women, because married women can also benefit from this video, and they can send it to their single women. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take time to watch it again to let it sink in. And if you need me as your dating coach, like I said, send me an email today. Okay, my email is in the description of this video, or just go to my website. My website is easy to find, driyabo.com, and let me help you with dating. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, and when my picture comes up, I think it comes up on the left, I haven't gotten the side right, click onto that and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not yet already subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.